Donald Trump wants to bring back firing squads, possibly guillotines, and televised executions, according to a new report. Do you believe that?
This is a terrible
Look at this picture that Cassandra made.
This is not good. I think that he is trying to course correct too much, because when he had that big announcement about how he was going to run again, it was perceived as it was weak, and this is not the Trump that we knew in 2016. So now we're talking about how he wants to execute people on TV and sell tickets to it, put it on pay-per-view. I think that he is off the rails.
Yo, we just want you to be kind of a dick. We don't want you to go killing people, you know what I mean?
And once again, Donald Trump backed down. It should come as no surprise to faithful viewers of this program that the most cowardly president in American history backed down again. The stupidest president in American history backed down again. The only convicted felon to serve as president of the United States backed down again. The president who got caught publicly lying over 35,000 times in his first term backed down again. And in backing down again, Donald Trump once again became a loser.
Is the government finally coming clean about what it knows about UFOs? There's a new report by the Federal Aviation Administration that admits in 2023 an orange and white UFO crashed into an Air Force fighter jet during a routine training mission. And the UFO caused so much damage to the $60 million jet that it was forced to land. And that is not the only new evidence that they released. Trump's top science advisors recently admitted that the government may have anti-gravity technology. Look at this.
Our passenger planes are slower than they used to be. Our trains crawl compared to those in other parts of the world. Our cars do not fly. We are capable of so much more. Our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space.
Manipulate time and space. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised that hasn't been a bigger story. So why has the Trump administration decided to disclose all of this now? I want to ask former Pentagon UFO whistleblower and investigator Lou Elizondo. Lou, it's nice to have you with us. First of all, the clip that we played in the intro, I just kind of find to be fascinating. The top White House science advisor saying that the U.S. has anti-gravity and something about time technology, almost like it almost just kind of slipped out. What are we to make of that?
Well, you're talking about the engineering of the space-time metric, and that is something that we looked at in ATIP, and before that, the programs before mine, and certainly afterwards. This is nothing new. What is new is that the government is starting to become increasingly more transparent on what it knows about these incredible enigmas that we call UAP.
Well, Lou Elizondo, we appreciate you coming on tonight. We appreciate you always fighting to find the truth. And bring it to us.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
Have you ever thought a robot could be your jail guard? Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But now, it's actually happening in real life. And not just anywhere, but in China. China has opened the world's first jail that is fully controlled by robots and artificial intelligence. It's not just shocking, it's like stepping into the future today. Just a few years ago, robots doing police work seemed like a fantasy. People joked about machines walking around like cops, scanning faces, and catching bad guys. But now, in many parts of the world, that dream, or nightmare, is becoming real. In cities like Beijing and Shanghai, you can already see robot police moving through airports, train stations, and even public parks. These machines have sharp cameras. They can recognize your face, hear your voice, and even talk back. Some of them can even check your body temperature or notice if someone looks sick. During the pandemic, they helped spot people with symptoms.
Up and taking notice
that there is something out there. The question is it ours? Is it someone else's? Or is it otherworldly?
Well, someone that's not afraid to face those questions is Dr. Ana Mihalcea. She is an MD. She has a PhD. She's a board-certified internal medicine physician with a PhD in pathology and over 20 years of clinical experience. She's the award-winning author of the book Light Medicine, A New Paradigm, The Science of Light, Spirit and Longevity, and writes Dr. Ana's Substack newsletter. So I'm so glad that you're going to be speaking to us about this today. But where would you like to start, Dr. Ana?
Anywhere. We can start about, how does the brain actually work and what is known about it? Because you mentioned Karen Kingston and the quantum dots. So how does consciousness actually gets computed in the brain? Well, it turns out that microtubules in our neurons, they're about as small as nano size. And that is where the information of consciousness is being processed. And it turns out that they have been able, through nanocarbon tubes, to mimic microtubules, because carbon nanotubes are exactly the size of microtubules, and you can create processes with these carbon nanotubes when combined with hydrogel that mimic the human brain. In fact, artificial brains have been created from what's called time crystals. So this is a term from quantum computing, and what that is, it's a self-programmable material that has a perpetual motion quality, meaning it doesn't need energy from the outside. It doesn't have any type of chemical reactions, but it has access to all time simultaneous quantum states. And in that, it can compute infinite amount of information, just like the miraculousness of our brain. So it turns out that they, in the Brain Project research, they measured the resonant frequencies of the entire brain and mapped it. And then they created a hydrogel with these carbon nanotubes and time crystals involved that is able to process information similarly to our human brain. And this technology, part of it was also in Black Project, but part of it has been published. And so it's very important to understand that this technology is very far advanced of what common people or common doctors are understanding. But when we are seeing this nanotechnology that is injected, and I look at it in the context of the information that is being given to us by people like Yuval Harari, who say that sensing and surveillance will be under the skin, and that with this technological revolution of the Great Reset, that human brains will be able to be surveilled, and that your thoughts will be able to be surveilled and connected to others, as well as connected to the quantum cloud. So how would they do that? What kind of a software platform would they do to hack humans, which they said that this is now their goal, and they called humans hackable.
Hackable animals, in fact, Yuval says.
Yes, hackable animals.